but now I take it all back. It's a hydration situation where the locker room comes to life and the X's and O's meets the I's and U's. Make sure you go to projecttransition.org. Help educate and empower the itty-bitties, the underserved, through exposure and experiences. Like my man Mike McKinnon right here made a one-time $100 donation supporting Project Transition with a note. Make sure y'all leave a note. I read it. Private note. Sorry, it's public now. Thanks to Anna Marie for being a great CRNA. That's my wife, doing a great job representing the profession and paying it forward in this way with her husband. Amazing, so amazing. You guys make sure you log on to projecttransition.org and I'll read your support and donation as I support you as well. Okay, now I take it all back. Diddy. We're going to talk about Diddy. Everybody's been paying attention to Diddy. Come on, you can't ignore it. It's insane how crazy this is, right? Just like, wow. Because everybody at one time, it seemed like, raised their hand to wear all white to go to a Diddy party. Ciroc boys, right? Everybody had their hand up. I've run across Diddy a few times. I went to a couple of his parties, one at his house. Let me do the disclaimer like everybody else. I ain't seen nothing crazy. Oh, no, I'm lying. This sucker had a concert in his living room. It was like Mary J. Blige and all these people a real stage, and they were perform. I was like, we ain't outside. That's a big ass living room. Okay, I ain't see any of that crazy stuff, freaky stuff, none of that stuff. I got some conjecture, I got some hearsay, I got a bunch of that, but I ain't gonna bore you with that. That's why I haven't done the video yet. I wanna actually entertain you with the angles, how the sausage is made, how this case was made. I think this is more interesting than, did he do it, did he not do it, and are they telling the truth, or are they lying? Look, it's some, you're going to see at the end of this video, whoa, it's a lot going on right here. So first, let's get into it. Let's, us, we got to do our homework. Who's this guy? Well, that's Diddy on the left. Look like he out there with Russell Simmons or somewhere. Where is that? Bally or something? I don't know. Some hut. And a lawyer, they say. Well, I like this lawyer because this lawyer actually is going to take you where I want to take you. I know this firsthand, how this thing goes down. Let's go.
I'm going to tell you the craziest thing about Diddy being locked up right now, facing mandatory minimums, the possibility of life in federal prison. Go read the transcript from the bond hearing and listen to what the defense says they believe is the start of the feds looking into P. Diddy. The defense says, my read of it, many months ago, a woman approaches Diddy and says, hey, this is through lawyers, we're going to be releasing a tell-all book about this woman's experience with Diddy over all the years.
Y'all catch that? Now, this ain't the court of law. We talking here. Sounds like somebody was writing a book about Diddy and Cassie and said, hey, Diddy, what you want to do? I got a book. It's a tell-all. Now, let him tell more.
And it's going to make you look like a monster. And if you don't want that book to get out there, you can buy the exclusive rights to it for $30 million. Catch and kill this book. Diddy's team says no. Woman comes back with a lawyer. We're going to file a civil lawsuit against you because it's not just stuff that makes for good print. These are civil claims that we can bring and we can win millions of dollars. Diddy's team says, okay, bring the lawsuit. They bring the lawsuit, and within hours, it's settled for, surprise, surprise, $30 million.
Coincidence? Coinky dink? I think not. So, got a book coming out. All right, well, I'm super famous. People talk trash about me every day. If I Google my name, I'll throw up. It's that much craziness going on about my name. Whatever, good, bad, and ugly. Take that, take that, take that. Okay, we got a lawsuit. You know how many times I've been sued? All right, what you gonna say? All right, go ahead. And then it hit. And when it hit, that's public record. Watch what happens after that. But the craziest thing about the lawsuit coming out, it wasn't even that he was scared of what was being said. I mean, look, he wasn't happy, but he's like, whatever, you're gonna say what you want to say. It's when he found out that the lawsuit was filed and everything that was said was now being heard by the whole world.
After those things happened, a line of people came with stories to get their check too. Hey, if she got 30 mil, what can I get off this guy? I was there, I saw this, I heard that. And that then led to a federal investigation. See, people think, oh, somebody's out to get him. He pissed off the wrong person. It's the alcohol company that, nah. You guys got to understand that there's prosecutors out there who want big, sexy cases. They don't fall out of the sky every day. The chance to go after somebody like P. Diddy and put him away for life is like the greatest case you could ever find if you're a prosecutor. And so, when a public filing gets released and you read it and you go, wait a second, that law firm is mad thorough. Wait a second, he settled it for 30 million. Wait a second. If all of this is true, then I could probably get some subpoenas. I could probably collect some evidence. I could probably build a case. They start doing it. They raid. A couple months later, they indict. It is very possible that had P. Diddy immediately caught and killed the story by paying the $30 million that he paid eventually anyway, that story never gets public. Nobody ever comes forward, and nobody in the federal government ever bothers to look for the baby oil. I'm going to tell you
Now, the tone of this is in no way to indict, exonerate. I'm not into the guilty or not, because frankly, I always hate when the court of public opinion rules, because we're not thorough enough. I'm not doing enough homework. I gotta, like, if you really have ever been through anything in court, it's so extensive. You can get a damn jaywalking ticket and fight it, and you're gonna get a 15-page docket. Are you reading all 15 pages? I'm not gonna go through the 843-page transcript of all of these accounts. I'm just gonna sit there from the top, look at it and say, I think this or that. But I'm gonna keep that private right now, just because I wanna go through how this sausage was made. So Diddy, walk with me now, and I know this for fact, that someone believes that Diddy was given the wrong advice in the moment of truth when they were saying 30 million or we're filing tomorrow. I know that for a fact. Matter of fact, found that out months ago, before the raid and before, obviously, he was put in jail. And they said, I mean, this is a lawyer just slapping themselves in the head like, I can't. It was the former lawyer that gave him that advice. Somebody on the team gave him that advice, and he took it. Now I take it all back. 30 million. Reminds me of the same thing that happened with Deshaun Watson. We were talking intimately about that, me and some of the people on his team. And all I said is, look, I don't know y'all like that, and I don't know him like that. I'm in this circle because of Acho and these other cats. All I'm going to say is $30,000? You think you're innocent? Pay it. Oh, you're not? Okay. How many people sued him now? More than 30,000? That part. Okay. So now I'm like, dang. Woo! When the dominoes start to fall, y'all remember that show, That's Incredible? It's incredible how many dominoes will fall. There are billions of dominoes out there in this world, and it seems like a lot of them are in this line falling over Diddy. So now, what do we get to next? An attorney for a new Sean Combs accuser, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, who has a lot to say. Because now, if you read the headline, Diddy's accuser's lawyer, Ariel, high-profile person unknowingly, oh my, it is going down.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up.
Yeah, that part.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
Okay, y'all got to catch this. Now, the host is like, say it again, and she said it again. What's happened is someone has the videotape, whether they're somebody that worked with Diddy and they were a part of, I got the video, or somebody saw it and was able to film it, whatever it is, somebody got a video. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm going to tell you how this sausage was made. Now, they're seeking counsel. They went to her, Ario, to be their lawyer. I have this videotape. Now, I want you to be my lawyer. And she's like, They sent her some still pictures. I want to also, the person in this video who's famous, I want you to contact them, as they call it, catch and kill, like the guy just said. And I want you to ask them to give me a certain amount. And if they don't, I'm going to put this tape out. Doesn't that like just feel a little, I mean, I understand this is kind of informal mediation. This is kind of like how it really goes all the time in high profile especially. But a little extortion? Don't you smell like a hint of like, damn, there's a process in order where a legal attorney will take calls and clients from people who have stuff and say, I can get rid of it if they pay me before. And you're like, well, how wronged were you if they could just pay you right now? I thought you wanted to get justice. Well, yeah, just us, me and him. Give me my money. Wow.
Heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
this
I can't
tape.
explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video was pornographic in nature.
Oh my. All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And
Atlanta.
it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
Oh, drop them big words, girl. Nice, too. Nice counsel. Very nice counsel. All right, here's the thing. So did y'all catch that last part? The last part about the person's getting filmed, high profile, bigger than Diddy. Who was that? Damn. And they don't even know it. Used to be the homie. Used to be the ace. Goodness, you filming me? I don't know it. And now that's about to do something in my career. Do something in my life. Whoever I am. God dang it. Woo! All for the, and we all know what it's for. The oldest story in the world. The first story. A man and a woman. A snake and an apple. And a little milk. That's it. This is, yeah. That's why there's nothing new under the sun. Isn't that crazy? So, they obviously, that person is not going to want that out. So, whoever has that video is shopping for other lawyers. They didn't get Ario, they're going to get somebody. And let me talk to you about that. You keep hearing this word shopping, and it's really that crazy out there. Because there are lawyers, there are clients, and they're all on this shopping spree. They're all in the shopping market. The individuals, the person wronged or the person accusing. You got to say the difference too, because some people ain't been wrong, they just accusing. They are looking, but guess who else is looking? This is what I don't think people understand. Lawyers are fishnetting, soliciting their services. Here we go. Putting up, I've even heard of lawyers putting up like signs. You've seen them. Signs or, you know, on the brown poles in the hood, like pictures, like if you've ever seen this, if this ever happened to you, call 1-800-NEED-ME. Ford need me, right? And you call and they're like, yes. Yeah, you said if I ever saw somebody in red walk by, call you. Yes, you saw somebody in red? No, well, it was It was like burgundy-ish, kind of brown, but I don't know. How was the lighting? Could you say it was red? I mean, you know what? More you talk about it, more you make me think it was red. Come on down to 700 Hill Street, right? Or there's people really been wrong, but I'm talking about that layer where everybody's like, that uncomfortable layer while we hydrating over here, right? That like, you shopping to get paid before it gets out? Well, and then you talking about ambulance chasing, and it's a fame and fortune conversation for the lawyer. Because lawyers are sitting there like, oh, give me that case. If you give me that case, everybody know me. I get more clients. I get higher profile clients. That is happening personally with my life right now. Real talk. Y'all know what it is. Here we go. News of the video comes as lawyer Tony Busby. We know who he is, right? Wasn't he involved with Deshaun stuff or something? But I know that name from Houston. Who is representing more than 100 alleged victims of sexual assault at the hands of the disgraced rapper. 100 now. He went from one book to 100 alleged victims. Plans to reveal the identities of many powerful people who played a role in Diddy's alleged offenses. Did you hear that? Let's make this bigger if we can. I like it big. Oh, that's good. Pause. I heard that. Do I supposed to say pause? I don't even care about pause, but I know y'all do. Addressing the press conference in Houston, there we go, some quotes. Busby warned that the day will come when he names other alleged perpetrators and onlookers connected to the shocking allegations. Did y'all catch that? See, reading is essential. And onlookers. So basically, some people who were just participating didn't know they were getting filmed. Some people who were just watching didn't know that they were watching an assault, because at that time, a lot of these situations, the person, as we've read, are not bringing up assault charges, not calling the police, et cetera. There are times where maybe it got contentious, and there are times where it looked like, oh, we just messing around. And then there was a coercion that occurred. Y'all get it? So you could have just been looking at the homie get it in, and then that turned into, nah, you was watching somebody get assaulted. Wow. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors, he stressed. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates. Yeah. The day will come when we will name other names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. Thank you. Respect that at least. The names will shock you. Oh, my goodness. Let's get out of that. So now, I want y'all to beat it up in the comments. I told y'all how the sausage is made. That doesn't mean that it's not organic. That doesn't mean that it's not pure. It's not good. I don't want to accuse anybody of lying. I'm just saying there are incentives to tell the truth, and there are incentives to lie. And y'all figure it out as y'all read all 874 pages of that. And I'm not. I'm not watching every day of it. I'm not reading everything. So therefore, you would never come up here and hear me say overtly guilty or innocent. I just know, for every coin, there's a heads and a tail, and it's the same value, bro. Boy, you better look at this case differently. So tell me, beat it up in the comments. Let me know who you think those names are. Why? 2. I'm going to read. I'm going to learn. Wisdom of the crowd, I want to know. And go to projecttransition.org. Make sure you log on. Become a gym member. Help these itty-bitties out. Like my man Mike McKenna did. Made a one-time $100 donation and gave some love to my wife. Love for you guys. Have a great day out there. Go get them itty-bitties and take a little boy.